Folks, boy, if this doesn't have New World Order written all over it. They're taking eye scans, fingerprints, doing basically everything except putting a radio frequency tracking chip inside of these people. It's happening right now, and while they say it's going to take 10 years to implement, the reasons that they're giving the Indian people for why they're doing this have them begging for it. Do you see Contagion? People will be begging for that little radio strip. Coming over to the United States, there are two stories that are baffling to me right now. A bunch of people are using their Geiger counters to test the snowfall that's happening right now in the Midwest, and it is radioactive. Actually less so than some of the rain we saw this summer, but it is what it is. Also in the Northeast, a bunch of girls have developed tics that sort of mirror Tourette's syndrome, and the officials say they have an answer for what it is, but they won't release it. We told you yesterday that earthquake activity was increasing just south of the coast of South Africa, and it actually increased even more after that. When I brought you that report, we only had those earthquakes over there on the left, and we had a bunch of 5-pointers spiking into 5.5 throughout the day. Folks, a couple weird things happened yesterday, and if you weren't paying attention to the other space weather, you might get a little confused and think that something major was happening. Now, we did have this spike on the cosmic ray station, the neutron monitor from Russia, and that occurred during this long-lasting C flare we had. But it did not have anything to do with the flux of electrons that we had and the disturbance in the magnetometer that we're seeing. These things happened later in the day, and they were the result of a coronal hole stream. Remember, we showed you this a few days ago. Now, we were coming out of it there, and then all of a sudden, right at the end, you can see solar wind speed jumped about 200 kilometers per second in the span of about 2 hours. Density spiked. You can see up in the blue and the red, they became unstable. That's our magnetic field. We're still in that coronal hole stream. It is causing some temporal variations, some resonance here on the induction magnetometer. The KP index is 3. If it gets any higher, we will technically have geomagnetic instability. We have another coronal hole, that dark thing right there, pointed right at the Earth. Just above that, in the northern part of the sun, we see just how dangerous these magnetic filaments can be. Luckily, this one wasn't pointed at Earth. But we do have a few active regions that are going to be turning toward us in the next couple of days we should watch out for. That's the news, folks. Be safe.